the British government introduced new taxes on its American colonies. One of these taxes being the Stamp Act particularly angered colonists, and it taxed marriage, license, newspapers, wills, and other documents. On February 13, 1766, Franklin appeared before Parliament and gave a heartfelt speech explaining that it was the colonists who had in fact aided the British throughout the war effort. Then in March of 1766, the Stamp Act was revoked. Franklin was also opposed such controversial acts of Parliament as the Townshend Act in 1767 and the Tea Act in 1773. Although he originally worked for recollection with Britain, Franklin left for America in March 1775, convinced of the need for American independence. 13 months later, he was one of the 3 men that drafted the Declaration of Independence. He contributed to the government in other important ways as well, including service as Postmaster General, and took over the duties of President of the Pennsylvania Constitutional Convention. But within less than a year and a half after his return, the aged statesman set sail once again for Europe, beginning a career as diplomat that would occupy him for most of the rest of his life. In the years 1776 and 79, as one of the 3 commissioners, he directed the negotiations that led to the treaties of Commerce and the alliance with France. Franklin wore the same suit that he had worn on that fateful day of his trial before the full session of Parliament. By then, 1781, he combined American-French victory in Yorktown. Virginia signaled a British surrender in the conclusion to the American Revolution. Franklin, John Jay, and John Adams negotiated the Treaty of Paris in 1783. Back in the United States in 1785, Franklin became president of the Supreme Executive Council of Pennsylvania. At the Constitutional Convention, he did not approve any aspects of the finished document and was hampered by his age and ill health. He missed few of any sessions, led to his prestige, soothed passions, and compromised disputes. Coming down to his last few years, working on his autobiography, Franklin could look back and be proud of what he had accomplished. In 1787, he was elected as first president of the Pennsylvania Society for promoting the abolition of slavery. His final public act was signing a memorial to Congress recommending dissolution of slavery system. Shortly thereafter, our great founding father died at the age of 84 in 1790. Benjamin Franklin was a person that believed in the capacity of improving of the individual. He also thought that science could help to make life easier and healthier. He made himself with the social and cultural materials that he had, and since he was very young, he created a way very important in the culture and society of North America. He was a great statesman, being the only founding father to have signed all 4 of the documents which had helped to create the United States. He actually helped write parts of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. No other individual was more involved in our birth of the nation. A famous quote by him would be, "If you would not be forgotten as soon as you are dead and rotten, either write something worth reading or do things worth writing."